when I got my implants, I was so excited. I loved how they made me feel, and I'd always been flat-chested, and so I had no confidence, especially wearing a bathing suit. And I never really wanted to be real big, just wanted something. And so that was how I justified getting the implants. I loved having them the minute that I got them. I loved the feeling that it gave me. I did feel sexy. And I just felt more like a woman. And the first symptoms that I had were shortly after, and I started getting migraines really bad. I'd never had migraines. I'd always had sinus issues, but I felt like they were getting worse. And it seemed as though everything I ate made me sick. I had terrible gut issues. So I just basically quit eating a lot of things and lost lots of weight, and started going to doctors and taking all sorts of medicines. And finally I went to one doctor, and he said, well, let's try taking out your gallbladder. So I lost my gallbladder, and it didn't help. And finally, in October of 2022, it was getting so bad. I knew I had parasites. I knew I had to do something. And I'd been to lots of coaches and naturopaths, and none of them ever stayed with me. They would end up saying, I don't know how to help you anymore. And so in October of 2022, I saw another doctor, practitioner, health doctor, who was talking about people that were just like me and had been all around with no help. And he offered a course, and I signed up. Felt like it was the answer. And he was the first one who ever heard say that breast implants were a major root cause, and that if I ever wanted to get well, I would have to get rid of my implants. I was shocked, but immediately I counted back to when I got them, and I realized that was when I started getting sick. So I had decided right away that that was the plan, and it was going to take a while. I finally had it done in June of this year, and I was so excited. The surgery went well. I did expect miracle cures like I had heard everyone else talking about, but unfortunately it didn't happen for me. I didn't get bummed about that, because I knew deep down that I had made the first right choice, and I was going to start seeing major results. I still had the headaches, I still had gut issues, but I was on my way, and I knew that. How did I meet Sarah? She was being interviewed by the practitioner that I was working with, and she was giving her testimony. And it was only shortly before this that I had heard about BII. Never heard that term before. And so when I saw her testimony, I was blown away, thinking that this is my problem. It was my aha moment, and I knew I had to get this done. I signed up with her on her Facebook page, and immediately started getting all sorts of support, and I would ask questions and she would always answer. She's always been very personal with me, and I've appreciated that so much, and I know that was one thing that drew me to this group program. She's actually the one who also interviewed the doctor that I ended up choosing for my explant, and the surgery went very well. I was very pleased. Everything's gone perfectly since all this. I did not have miracle cures. The miracle that took place with me is that I learned about BII, and it's my first step. And I also believe that I am working with Sarah because of that. It's part of it also. I was not easily convinced that this was the path I needed to go down because I'd been through so many other paths, but I am so glad that I did. The positive things that I've gained from phase one are that I have peace in knowing that I am on my way to a full recovery, maybe something that I've never experienced before. I also have experienced the ability to be able to get up off the couch and make myself do things and feel good about it, not worry about what's going to happen when I do this. And I've experienced and enjoyed my grandchildren like never before. I'm not being a drain on my wonderful, patient, loving husband that I feel like I've been on a drain for 21 years. And so I'm thankful for that. So I'm excited to go on, and I'm just thankful for Sarah. She is such a wonderful help to me. So if you are at a place, a crossroads, wondering, like me, I've been down so many different crossroads, and I've chosen the path that I thought I was supposed to go down, and it didn't turn out right, then I would tell you to stop and consider again this crossroad, because Sarah is one who has been down the same path that we're going down right now. She has conquered it. She's become victorious over it. And the fact that she was a nurse, I think, lends to her ability to be so compassionate, so patient, and really loving. And she's determined to help us. And she's a one of a kind. And I'm so thankful, and I would just encourage you to trust that you are in the right place.